it's good to have some exposure to non-Bitcoin, because as we know, Bitcoin can go down for quite some time. Historically, it's been a couple years, but if you bought in at the peak of the market, you're just now getting back to your cost basis, and in November of 2021. Not a problem if you had sufficient cash on the side. You're great. I'm back to where I was. But if you were 100% bought in November of 2021, and then you had to start selling for living expenses in 2022 and early 2023, you might have depleted half or a third of your Bitcoin in that period. So I think you're still better off with some non-Bitcoin.
Bitcoinzilla stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoinzilla today and enjoy the new edge. Fred Krueger explains the next Bitcoin bull run and whether he will double down on his Bitcoin portfolio, his advice for new investors on crypto and Bitcoin, and more.
The Kelly criterion says, for tax reasons, since I'm not in Dubai, right? And the Kelly criterion is the bigger your rebalancing period, the more you're going to allocate to Bitcoin, right? So I'm very comfortable saying I'm not going to rebalance more than once a year, even if that, right? Now, I haven't sold any Bitcoin for quite some time now, like you, right? But, let's say I rebalance and I rebalance either at let's say I rebalance at the end of 2025, let's just say, right? Or somewhere in 2025. I can pick a day. August 1st, I'm rebalancing. Whatever Bitcoin is, if Bitcoin is below the point where I have 70%, I don't need to rebalance. If Bitcoin is above the point that I'm at 70%, I will sell down to 70%. And then I'll wait another year. And then I wait. Okay, is it above 70%? Is it 80% now? Okay, well, rebalance down to 70. So it's a very simple, the Kelly criterion is a very simple model to implement. You just do it once a year and you rebalance. And that's roughly how fund managers tend to work anyways. They tend to have different asset classes, and they look at the winners and they rebalance out so they don't have too much of any one thing,
United States spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds saw their biggest one-day inflow in over 4 months, with more than $500 million in inflows. The 11 ETFs saw aggregate net inflows of $555.9 million on October 14, their largest daily net inflow since early June, according to data from Farsight Investors. The big day came as Bitcoin hit a 2-week high of $66,500 in late trading. The ETF store president Nate Geraci called it a monster day for spot BTC ETF, adding that they were now approaching $20 billion in net inflows over the past 10 months. Simply ridiculous and blows away every pre-launch demand estimate, he said in an October 15 X post. This is not Digin retail, it's advisors and institutional investors continuing to slowly adopt. The Fidelity Wise Bitcoin Origin Fund was the leader of the pack with an inflow of $239.3 million, its highest since June 4. Senator Elizabeth Warren and crypto lawyer John Deaton exchanged blows over crypto policy in their first debate of the race for a seat as a United States Senator from Massachusetts. Deaton, a Republican candidate, called out Democrat rival and incumbent Warren during the October 15 debate for focusing on building an anti-crypto army, instead of prioritizing other issues impacting the lower and middle class in the state. With illegal immigration bankrupting the state, With inflation pricing regular people out of the economy, why did this senator wake up one day and say with all that, "I will build an anti-crypto army," Deaton said. Warren claims she's fine with people who want to buy and sell crypto, but want to ensure the industry follows the same rules as banks and stockbrokers, namely consumer protection and counterterrorism laws.
And I got to tell you, it's interesting because I bought gold in 1990 is when I bought gold. And I bought gold at around $200, right? And now it's $2,500, $2,600 an ounce. So I bought at $200, $250 an ounce, right? So gold has gone up 10x. My gold has gone up 10x in the period that I bought it. And, one of the advantages of holding physical gold is it's tough to sell it. So it's not like Bitcoin where you're sort of tempted to click the button. You have the physical gold, you're not going to sell it until you finally reach the point where you just have to sell it, or, So physical gold is okay. There's a lot of math behind the power law of Bitcoin versus gold. And Bitcoin is pretty much outperforming gold, and in the same way that it is outperforming fiat. The power law versus fiat is 5.7 power. The power law versus gold is 4.9 power. It's almost performing at the same power, gold versus fiat.
Wow.
So gold's not that much of a hedge, really. You think it is. You think you're diverse. I think one of the problems that everybody has is this overbelief in diversification, and it's something that has been sold to us by the financial planning community, but it's and I think there are Bitcoin versus gold. That's one. Not a lot of people who are Bitcoiners do tend to diversify into gold. I think that's probably a good thing. It's more gold people who tend to go into Bitcoin, right? So I bought my gold obviously way before Bitcoin was invented, right? But other people who are gold bugs like Larry Lepard, actually have discovered Bitcoin, and they've sort of moved 50-50 or close to it, So other ones, obviously like Peter Schiff, just have resisted. They've resisted. Yeah. But I think the other thing is, there's this belief that you need to diversify in crypto. So, there's a lot of people who believe that, well, I can't put all my eggs on Bitcoin. I have to put I have to go 50-50 ETH in Bitcoin. And I think it's a huge mistake, but not a terrible mistake, because even if you have 50% Bitcoin, you're going to do fine. But it's suboptimal. I don't think you're getting anything by diversifying into Ethereum or Solana or any of these other ones. I honestly think it's a negative. You're wasting your time.
Bitcoin is technically on track to hit $233,000, and that could come as early as Q1 2025. In a new BTC price forecast, X-Analytics account Bitcoin Data 21 used the Relative Strength Index, RSI, to predict six figures for BTC/USD. Bitcoin price action is currently consolidating around $65,000, but forthcoming months have the potential to revolutionize the market. Applying standard deviation to monthly RSI, Bitcoin Data 21 suggests that the top of the current bull market may equate to about $250,000. This is possible by referencing historical highs in monthly RSI readings, which correspond to blow-off tops on BTC/USD. The top of the trend channel for monthly RSI is around 88.6 in Q1 2025. Bitcoin Data 21 said, "If you are expecting it not to get hit, then you believe this time is different. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.